If you're reading the caption right about now, you already know that I'm saying, like, is this song history? Because I don't even know how to introduce these people right now. It's such the biggest collaboration, the biggest, I don't know, it's so many different things going on creatively right now that it is, I don't even think we can put it in words. So I'm going to shut up, and this is what we're going to do. We're going to let everybody introduce themselves real quick, starting off with, I know we're supposed to do ladies first.
Yeah.
But however, in this case, I feel like ladies, y'all understand why, okay? So we're going to have to do this gentleman first. Like, open the floor and then you introduce your queens. Let's do that.
Okay, yeah, that's a nice one. Thank you for having me. Met Michael Lampe, fellow. And yeah, very excited to be here. Com Miss Soreen Teigono, Soreen Leonard e Nichelle Cruz, two of the big creatives na ko parte di project aqui. So we're on it.
This has been one. This really has been one. And it's so much different things.
Yeah,
in one is like, I think the first question I would need to ask is like, why? Why this? Why now? Why 2026? Why these artists that you still? Why?
Yeah, I think it's time. It was time. It was about time to do something different. That's first. I always wanted to do a big collaboration with different local talents as well, and also have this exploration of how can we take and go back to like the roots, the identity, the culture elements, and bring that in with a new dimension. And last year I was like busy with the project itself, and I started, just calling these artists, these talents. I saw Soreen's video online. I thought she was very creative with how she was approaching music. And, she's a fresh talent and has been doing her thing. And I thought, well, I didn't know her. So I just hit everybody up. And everybody was, luckily for me, very excited about the project. And Nichelle the same. I think we have spoken before.
Yeah.
But I know that she was busy also with her stuff. And people were trying to push. For a long time, I've been trying to see how can I help talents in whatever way that they're busy with. But for this specific project, I really wanted to give the focus on the female talents of the island. I think com tu respeito para turnos nos brother na foco tá se hobi ko hopi anya cabo, but there's a lot of fire female talents, and I thought this was a good moment to bring that forward and give that a push until Jainang, Ellie the Million, Stephanie Gravenhorst, Watra, I'm forgetting Avery. Katana, so Kati, and and when you get these type of colorations as a producer, for me that's a dream to work with, because it's like you have all these different voices, different colors, everybody that writes differently, everybody has a different inspiration, a different cultural inspiration, and a different way how they approach music. So bringing this in the studio together and seeing how everybody was also working together, helping each other, coming up with ideas, it's a really magical project to work. And I think Canto di Tera was the first track as well. Kunosahasi. Esse outro. So, yeah, and you can hear it. Pasora ko ataleto magkoye kitara, imita tamani yung busa, bang inspirari ba tumba. Style ritmo di tumba, pero com tambu, how can we bring that in? Busa na lugar ko nos di biyaha bula riba ritmo ko groove ko tiyata international. What can we like reverse the idea of how can we look back at our own island and use some elements that make us unique and then build onto that. Ora tour artista, como se skibi di nang party, they put their input in it, and we started building this together. No sa record, no sa film, locally tambe process un poco, so that's also coming next. And so that's a little bit of the background of this. I gotta give a big shout out to Fonds voor de Podiumkunsten, by the way, because they also supported this project.
Nice.
They supported it with some funds from Holland to make sure that this get invested in a project like this as well. So Very exciting to be building and working with local talents. I live in Holland. I'm based in Holland, but I find it very important to come back home and also be grassroots and work with the talents in Aruba, so that we can try to push the level in terms of how can we link with international opportunities as well. But for this project, dus contento di pura traki na cultura e talento na agi. I'm gonna leave it up there, but so nanta meeting papi. No, a lot of information, a lot of talents. It's going a super cool project. Yeah.
Listen, we gonna get into all of it, because I also want to know, ladies, from your perspective. I mean, this is not like the most common thing. I feel like it's not also the background music that you probably normally would make. So the fact that you tapped into this, how was that journey? What was that like, even para mane explorar cultura, something so serious? It's pride, it's joy. It's not something that you make a mockery of and play with. So it's a very big responsibility. And the fact that you were approached to even be part of this, what was that feeling even like?
What's that? Although it's a big responsibility, in the moment it didn't feel like a heavy weight on our shoulders. It just felt like, now is the time for something like this, and we are the ones to bring it forward. But as I said, it wasn't a burden on us. It was just like, okay, we know, and Michael told us already, tami ko wasa iting confianza de lo cual nos porhasi, jis laga isay Lucy. And pretty much isay mane. It was a very, very nice journey, getting to meet everyone and collaborating with each other as well.
Sorry, your voice is so mystical. Oh my God.
She has an amazing voice.
Oh my God, I felt like you were just going to put me in a trance. Like, excuse me. Oh my God.
She has an amazing voice.
Damn, that's talking.
Yeah, exactly. Be pending for songs.
Oh, wow. Okay, Nish, tell me
so,
for you.
So, wag de palabra, verdad. I know what you said, about culture and everything, and it does have a responsibility to it, pero palabra me lo pisa con douche. É toda hope douche. O sobre total algo diferente, outro porta que a mim pisa de mi carreira musical, ou de lo que a mim sa, a abrir full algo novo, mas sim de tour diferente gente, então maneira não se visa diferente colona.
Yeah.
Everyone is different. Di problema não tem ninguém. Ora não se pode pedir plan cava para fazer, depois nos tour vai meet, então nos, everything. I'm so hope excited.
Nice.
Super excited. Não pensa, yes, sabe que tá para mais gente. E voral que tá indo mulher. Me te gusta trago ainda homem.
Of course.
I mean na Aruba voral, você não tem muito pambisa female artist nang.
It's not too many of you like that.
Yeah, there's a lot. Anto ita dusha não estou trago junto. And in general, também não sabia se também hopi biya. It's algo que gente tapape, which I do agree with sometimes. Pero hopi biya gente mulher também tá clash um tique com outra, pero tem caso que é tota completamente diferente. É tota full diferente. Tu coisa vai assim na bom.
There was a common good. We all had one purpose.
There wasn't even one fight. I swear. Wasn't even. It was so great que man tu nem assim fe outro, nós sabíamos junto mesmo com Michael começou a tocar ele guitarra right? Nós surabisa, mim também você me sente algo de mi pecho, man, essa que me senta like é não tu então cantica de qualquer coisa, quando nós podemos cantar qualquer coisa. It was a really, really nice experience with tour hand.
And Busad, that is so beautiful to hear you say this. But sobra, I remember like a few months prior, or about being kinang, and we were talking about, Bosa, you said that you want to be part of something else and you want to, Bosa, go into something bigger, Kubo career, and Bosa, we were talking about albums and all of this good stuff, and like, Pawak Awokiku, you still got to do that without, putting that all of this extra burden, Libabumias and all this good stuff, and now, here you are again, doing it with a team now. There's a group of you, It is nice to see, Busa.
And such an amazing team, de verdad. É tota hope nice. I mean, tu gente tota den papeando não solamente de talento, de tu recone, pero com a personalidade de tu gente também. It was super nice. A mim tá ainda me também, mas nem me pensa, é feeling douche. É tota douche, experiência tota douche. E assim a hope.
I love this. Yeah. I really love this. What is next now? Or let's talk about the song before we talk about what's next. Let's go into like the lyrics? Where did these come from? Did anybody take part in the writing, or was it...
definitely. I think everybody took part in the writing.
Obviously,
there were like 6-7 people in the studio because we were doing like writing
like
camps.
writing camp.
Yeah, full writing camp in a house, and it was like days after days of working together and really focused. So it was also about 2 to 3 weeks, really intense work. Not everybody can do the same time sometimes. So I was there just doing 24/7 as much as possible. Some people in the morning, some people in midday, some people at night, and building the songs when people are not there. Then they come back, they hear something new, they get inspired, and maybe someone feels that type of beat or that type of song. In caso di Canto di Tera, I think everybody was there. Most, I think. Sorain took a bass tambe, so she was busy with the bass, and we tried out the lines, and I recorded the guitars, and people were just writing in the room. Watra was also giving some idea,
Shout out to Watra.
Stephanie kung kumisa canta e pida e style ke movement so
my girl.
Ellie the Melina being a thing. So then it was like building like this building block, and the energy was just growing and growing and growing in that room, that people were like, okay, I'm this part, I'm gonna be this part. And then we were talking about the Aruban Dream and how this is a song for the El Silent Tiki Natural, que was a song for the island too, because that's what it is. It like a canto patera of Canto di Tera could have been for the Mama Tera. So we were busy with this title, onderwerp, and everybody was like adding onto it with their experience, with their talent, and that kind of made the magic happen for the song. So for me, again, as the producer, trying to keep the overall view and trying to get the best out of everybody in the session, it was also very magical to see that happen and kind of building the blocks into what the song became. And it happened quite quickly with this song as well. So we kind of laid down the vocals, we had the bass line, we had the guitars, and then we kind of recorded all the parts, and people went home and listened to it, and maybe we fixed a few lyrics here and there, and the intro, Lisleena's intro tambe. So, that's how also the magic when you work together. Yeah. Because also something that's very beautiful about it is that they didn't know each other. Living on the island, but most of them didn't know each other. So we met there at a meeting first. We did some sessions of music business. I also share a lot about my experience of what I experienced as a producer, but also about the music business, the rights, and all of that before we even started the sessions. And then once we started, it was like go in a flow, and you just try to get the best out of it, keep the vibes good, and people just supporting each other. And we have quite a few songs that are ready, actually. I
love the fact that it is like what you said, like it is a cantiga di Mama Tera. Yeah. And that it's not the males representing and saying this, because that's normally what you would get. But this time you had the females voicing what Mama Tera Kierbisa, or what she is trying to say. So it just brings like a full circle moment with then you also see like if you zoom even more out, it's like, look at what Mother Nature did with just colliding all of these talents together at the same time to bring them to make this, and now this is what we have, and then this is Canto di Tera, we on it.
You worded beautifully, man. Like that's how it actually feels as well. And I think there is a lot of message in the song. So as we go, you listen to those lyrics and you understand also more and more, because there's quite a lot of text in it. There's text about it's a little bit activism in there as well. Like we're trying to protect our motherland, but at the same time you have all these infusions of different cultures. We're all like culturally have different influences, but it still come together, and it talks about, if I don't say anything, then I might lose you. So it's this relationship. between partners, but it's also the relationship with your country, with your land, with your nature, with you, who you are, this relationship with your own culture, with your identity. A lot of it is also packed in this song. And of course, it's also fun. And, it's like, Unda mi hindenang, Tempo na Pedro, and all of that comes in through it. But that's the beauty of it. And I feel like it really captured that moment, that momentum, and that feeling of all these talents together and bringing it into this vibe of Canto di Tera, So.
Oh, listen. Well, guys, hold up, because we're gonna play the song for y'all, and we coming right back. So don't go absolutely nowhere. Vámonos, pues, mi gentes. Oh, wow. Come all the way through. Visuals giving. Shout out to Kiana.
Yeah.
Listen. This, okay, so wait, so gotta give you your producer props. Cause as a producer, you could have easily effed this up.
True.
Easily, you could have effed this up.
True.
Very easy. It was like one slip and this thing could have gone the whole wrong way. I love the fact that everybody still showed their own personalities while not giving what they normally would give. That's technique. Because in order for you to, because this is like, esta que no te lo que normalmente canta.
Exactamente.
So to see you still give Michelle vibes, but now you're talking about, it's like a whole different thing. Ellie the Million, same thing. Like, that's not Ellie's style, but that's Ellie's style. I still see Ellie the Million. That is tough.
Is it a lo que ama super master?
I love this.
Because it's not easy. I mean, pabotin tanto persona kuta bambisa no está yendo gente, right? Dinga cantica. Tu gente tem diferente style.
Everybody.
Talk e flow, pues o timbia e por vai mane.
Easily.
Yeah.
Oh, that's tough.
Buong analisasyong, Shark.
Hey,
Thank you for
we're
that
Listen,
compliment.
I love music. Music is what I do. So like, yes.
That is also a producer mind, what you're saying there, because that's the biggest challenge in this project, is how do you translate things, not just the way Fallow or Michael Lampo wants it to be, but also how do I get the best out of everybody while they maintain their own identity, but push it to at least you try to push it to a next level in terms of, you could also do this. And we've tried it sometimes. I mean, Serena has a few voices up there that we also tried in the studio that sounds like, on one of the songs, she's doing something, I think, different than what she normally do. And when she did it, I just suggested it, but she does it, and I'm like, that's it. Like, but that's even better than I even, I was just trying to push it. But in the end, I think it's about talking about producing work and how producers work. I get excited about when we, as producers, think more about just the beat. Yeah. So we really think about what do we want to say? How can I try and help the talents become even better? Even if it's just the environment, the vibe, but also try to push musically and not let people lose themselves in what I want or what I think is good, but also to keep their nang talento in place, pero toch purba di pusha. E segumi si nos pusha na level A, como scene di Aruba tame, musically, nos pubay next level. Parce nos ti hopi talento, anto nang ti hopi talento, anto si nos tur pusha tiki, nos pubigo ko nang kuta hopi unique, hopi unico, in a mesmo momento segumi ko ta interessante, tame pa e mercado internacional. A parte di effect ko ita enrich nos local scene, so...
and it is needed because, and I love the fact that, and this is no tea, no shade. The sturbihendo nang no be rabia kumi. Okay, mi sta cultura da escucha, pero no rabia kumi. Pero I feel like normally we would classify this type of music como cantica pa gente bio of mucho cultural. Yeah. It's not for us. But the fact that it is coming from us, because this is my peers.
Sí.
Okay, man, the fact that it's coming from us, it feels like, oh wait, so culture ain't that like not cool? Like culture is. Like, how do you mean you're not tapped into culture?
I think that's
culture
also
is
something
cool,
we
yeah.
wanted, right?
Yeah.
I mean, tata algo tamo kuno sa wako basta nos kerting kultura pero to kueta moderno, or like, but it's still eta pega to na kultura kuno tayo kunong punto ganda bisay ko kita.
I think nos meseta proud di uno being. If we own it, then you build on it, then you're unique and you create something that is very powerful because you're not trying to imitate anyone. And so was ating hopi. I mean, the business I to cultura spell, by the way, because I love all type of music. I love different styles. I love different. I think hopi talente fo local ko I really love. I listen to a lot of stuff here. Mita gusto di ko ng underground, di techno teku ko ng criollo, teku ko ng di
if you did it, you would have been a horrible producer.
Yeah, so I think it's amazing. Pero isibuwak mita just to un example di corrido sobre aqui, por example, di Mexico, right? Si gaya ng talento young na rappers ng di Mexico, ajis penso nos tabay rap arriba beat ng Americano, then we didn't have the style Mexicano corridos, which is huge now, of style di Brazil, bijvoorbeeld funk di Brazil, because ito man nang ta hopi influenciadori ay na 90 di Miami bass tipo di music kunang a get back ding ghetto na di Brazil, pero nang integre kunang elemento ng cultural e tabira unique sound que depois tabira very interesting. Because hoje em dia botem 70,000 pa 80,000 cantica ta sali cada tanto hora online. So how do you differentiate yourself? Seita uno. E dos, ta segundo a mim, se nós have fun com nós mesmos like culture, nos mesmos identity and where we're from, and you build on that already gives a satisfaction of like, oh, this is me, this is us, and then we share it with people. And to see it's a hit tambe, but at least we know that we did this out of, coração itambe for the base, which I think will help innovate itayu to create new sound for the East tambe.
See, I want to piggyback off
of
what
course,
he said.
jump on it.
That right now there feels like there's a deficit in terms of our culture in music. Like, basta or nos pinsa kantika ng kultural, nos pinsa basta padu, basta zo is.
Correcto.
Artista ng kumari para di awendia, and not only pa Rubiano na, pero artista ng di afo na tamani. Okay, this is what's working, this is what's trending.
Correcto.
Nami vok isay, pero bumes ng kultura tawardo.
Gets pushed back.
Siya, anto ku algo así na mitahaya ku, no solamente nos namira lo cual ta working, pero también honoring our roots. Until that's
Well
why
said.
we have what we have today.
Well said, beautiful.
needed.
Like Rosalie, I mean, she owns her flamenco
Legit.
roots, and that made her. And she, of course, it's a big market. I get all of that, but that's why I think nos ting suficiente talento de país. Recuperarsi algo riba nível internacional tranquilo in a mesmo momento queda. You know,
100%.
like feed from your own roots, feed from the
And
fuente.
Luis Moca, we
Yeah.
interviewed him in Aboneiro, anto mi takorda, ela bisa nos un course, ela bisa nos din podcast, mane, wak, mi por bay competi ku yeng hende, anto ere mi ta jisu number, of mi por jis hasi kantika nandi mi kultura, ere mi ta number
Yeah, exactly,
Like-
exactly. And,
Yeah.
and I mean,
Unico.
yeah, and you know, and you enrich where you're from, and you know, and it comes more naturally, maybe, pero na mesmo momento, busa at the base, so it has something magical to it as well. And again, no disrespect, talent is talent. The ting hende ku ting hopi talento ititraha ko ng master ku, no necessariamente turor me steta culturally infused, but in caso aki, I think it is important, and I always love that too. Ku data panic, you know, like
Yeah.
die kahe orgel, ku wiri, quarta, etc. When we started doing those beats as well, busa ku rhythms, i quarta, wiri, etc. It's part of like busa ting is sort of like this nostalgic feel to it, but also it anchors you of like, this is my identity, and it makes it unique. And I always get excited about that. The project aki, you know, nan nang like influences nang ko nang tabing ko na iman ni Sorena Bisa, you can feel that there is a deficit within that, you know, like as if all those music is only for old people, and as if like we only have to sound like the global influences. But then what is left in a few years of our own roots?
Yeah.
You know, you're being like culturally washed down by the global influences, while you want to keep those niches, because in niche nang there's like the small things that you hear that are us, that are unique. That is what makes you give you value now in the market too out there. So it's actually a good time to be unique and
now
to have a
it's
niche.
the best time.
It's the best time.
It's
yes.
the best time, and
Yeah.
I really enjoy this. I really enjoy this. Now I've heard you. Okay, this what Bosolo by perform. So Brazil tabay ting man nandia dia di Brazil pariba. Bos by perform kasi na basta aparentemente it's like a huge thing. Like it's like a big cultural thing. It's like RCU. And
It's a huge thing.
I did not know about this until
it's
this
a
year.
huge- yeah, and they do it
see?
very
Until
well.
now.
See.
You see, guys, Dia di Brazil, may doon na po sa mas updates at over. It's happening. It's big. We gonna celebrate in the big.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopi vibes.
Bosa the wabo sa miss performing this song like there, like
I don't think at this one, but I think definitely. I mean, you
Yes.
know, anto amisako ting diferente regla in terms of busa. Wak, let me touch un sensitive topic over the ora bota parte di evento ng cultural. It goes both ways. Like I always say, ito parating ora di meme. The young generation sometimes feel like they don't belong to that culture
Correcto.
anto folklore. Passobre ko cuidador ng di folklore, danke Diyos ko nantay, ating ora ta un poco sensitive tambe pa
Yeah.
ekona no cambia, which I agree with, you know, and ting ora clash ta trese un certo spanning could make it sometimes difficult for the generations to meet and build something new. Luckily, I think we're all very open and we all agree that we should be inspired by different influences. Ita siguro ko lo que nos está haciendo ahora aquí también por algo como el Canto di Tera, que su tumba mezcla, que tambu, etc. All those influences que está inspired juist pa música di música criollo a folclórico, pero de una manera noble. I mean, that's sort of innovation, so
and
it's based on that.
It really is, and I feel like I was about to say this a while ago, and I'm glad that you touched base with it. Is that I think it's a lack of cultural education, which I don't feel like we get enough in school. Just speaking for myself growing up,
Yeah.
I don't feel like I got enough, so I do not
Yeah.
feel very connected to our culture
Yeah.
at all. Pio dita di San Nicolas.
Yeah.
I mean, not a Cindy cultura de Aruba like that at all. Just di Marta taman yung otro dia panos. So you have the cultural education that is already not there, and with this project, I feel like now you're. Another thing is what a lot of us we were always scared. I feel like to dabble into, and not us in general, but like I feel
Yeah.
like everybody younger was always scared because it was the
Yeah.
controllers being like, do not play with cultura.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It feels like a big thing. So it's like, hey, wag, no ni bay dal un remix di grupo di Betico, riba bokantika pa so.
Yeah.
Ito man ay costa ay kuta hopi sagrado ko just no mishi kunang.
Yeah, yeah.
Laganang. And I feel like that's again where you come in as the rebel to just be like, well, you can.
Yeah. It's
That's
very
it's-
important to say, please do it. That's all I want to say to all the generations, to all of them. Please do it. Like, be inspired by it. Laganos nota ding diskusyon di king tabay daya folklore ko kultura etc. Wak. Mita just do een exempel. Si buchi boekhoud. Ora ku eta wata young. Anto kelawake kaha di orgel. Anto elabisa busa amin ato bay tochi kaha di orgel pa sobre ku eta algo folclórico nunca elo assim traha e kaha di orgel. E tempo e kaha di orgel tawata hip pa so eno tawata di Aruba elawake na Venezuela e via Venezuela la bay korsau. Keme eta algo kabindi afo pero elabira cool Bucci tawata young and he was like, this is super cool, I'm gonna be the cool guy and I'm gonna do the kahi orgel anto elabay sa rufu wave sebo pusinyami rufu wave no de labay talk el mesa sinha kung eta klaba su kahi orgel ela dry. It's just an example. Awe kahi orgel despesi turi aini abira un sound kuta mane nos folklore. But if he didn't dare, if he wasn't that rebel, if he didn't say like well ek kita binja fodas no dimi mi influência lo ela muri. Awo nos pas dos kotam nos pobisa nos talaga tour e influência na e folclórico disding e centro di barrio e nobody will touch it pero kiko to passa ora ku e geração novo e link ku e inspiração pa ku nang folklore e nang mesong identity bota cria e gap ku sorrento mencionar ora e ora nu ainda not get influenced by it so bota sindiku net it word guarded and to tin hopi gatekeepers so true. I say amita get very inspired or me by dia di Brazil ora mi by escucha grupo nan típico like I get inspired by the music and ora mita tuma elemento nan kupa mita like inspiring and then I use that as a foundation and I build something new on it and then things can live. We can talk about the weird the or whatever inspires you.
True.
It's your culture. Tambe by the way Pariba, mitama landa na si Nicolas, nos ting hopi influência ng Pariba, kwa bindi isa ng Arriba. So, essa também ta forma parte de influência ng al final de dia como culture. Like, you cannot define culture differently than the expression of a community.
Correcto.
How people experience what they experience, what they live from. So, that's all part of it. And to bo história, bo folklore, ta un gran parte de dia, ko hopi aya forma den lo que eta. Pero nos precisa build ribesei, então eu ora botinho capture elements nan ko build on e lage grow organically ding a way to go. So,
I agree. No, thank you for that. But it was a good analogy. Like just to break that down, put it in perspective. You know what? Sometimes you gotta be the rebel de verdad. But that's how you don't remember the good people that did it the right way. Respectfully, guys, behave. But you remember the rebels. The rebels are the ones that stand out. I mean, I'm gonna go down in history. I'm sure they're gonna remember me.
Biggest
right?
form of activism is to fight for your own culture and your own expression.
Exactly.
So do that.
Yes.
Like, be influenced by it.
Okay, so wait. So you mentioned something a while ago, pero esta cosa no me va a olvidar. You said that there were songs. So there's multiple.
Yeah, there's multiple songs.
Yeah.
Quite a few.
There's a lot. There's a lot of. To be honest, there's a lot of songs and ito diverse.
Is this an album?
This is an album, yeah. We have
Oh!
ta turta ding is style aqui tampouco, dus eta varia pa sobre again, like Michelle tambe. Algo que é interessante que we should just talk about também a influência ng dibo mayor nang basta ting ora boting mayor kuta di Colombia ta kina abol lanta kina boto sintibo na kaskina etc. But all those are influences that kind of in the formation of you as a person living in this community ta binkune tambe ta enrich
Exactly.
Anto dus den kantika na boting different influences as well kuta hopi biya full album ta kasi full na papimento pero like a lot of different styles man initial kabibis.
Sí, diferente como explicaba, like it's not just pambisa Canto di Tera todo tambe full diferente riba turo otro nang tabing.
Oh.
Yes, it's different. Like turo otro kantikan y no poni bisaba mane okay, 2, 3 también son no, it's
every single one sounds different.
Yes, and todo ting tambe como explicaba, no todo ting like a pressure or like okay, Michael was like, no, you guys have to write all of these no, it's like whoever feel it, okay, bambula riba je like maybe I'm not feel it saki,
So I'll sit this one out.
Yeah, so then Eori Serena ba and to Serene ku 4 and then obviously no Stephanie ku Serene and like that.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
It's still ito masa ko sa tour hand collaborate.
Yeah.
tour hand collab.
Tour and collaborate, yeah.
Sí.
Yeah.
Ayun
So,
Iseta go hand in hand manera ko sa trabaho ko otro. As she said, it was very easy to work with each other,
Yeah.
and there was no fights at all. To hand to their strengths, and to was willing to put their strengths forward, and to if they felt basta this isn't for me,
I'll step back.
See, and to let
Yeah.
someone else move
Exactly.
forward.
E hopi respeto. Hopi mane, come bisa mane, respeto no sentido di ku bota inspira outro também, pero hopi mane, nada di mane, no, pida quinta bom. Ai não, Kiko, no, tu gente te respeta outro su arte, tu gente te respeta outro su style, no todo tinha gente bisa, no, pa aqui pode dar assim aqui, no. It was just literally everyone just being themselves.
Yeah.
And
A lot of the times, the thing is, like, because y'all are independent artists, you don't have a lot of people to push on you from the top, and then from the bottom, you don't have nobody to tell you, hey, like, bampe. So creatively, eventually you're gonna get stuck at some point. So the fact that you can just creatively just come and just say, like, hey, this is flow. I hope and pray that we can have more of these writers camps in general. Like, they just need to happen because we have so many people that are creatively frustrated because they have all of this creativity, but they have no idea how to release it. And that is as sickening as having some type of disease, because it is the same thing. It can cripple somebody because how do you release and you don't know how? Expression is something, it's so difficult to break down, especially for their creative mind. So
and I gotta give props to all these talents kutauta party di Sakitambe for being open-minded. I say this respectfully too because nanda artista nandami kutata hopi open pa tuma feedback. Yes, everybody has their their attitude, their style, the way they think, and insecurities. We talked about these things very openly. But so insecurities that turn into egos or to turn into defensiveness.
defense mechanisms.
And, and tambe ku nos por share experience ku outro ay ku nantata sina open ta gisbo sa gente expectations nanta ku like it has to be like that. It was really, let's just leave that outside and let's focus on actually what we enjoy doing, which is making music, you know, and using the talent. And I'll take care of technicalities on how the vocals need to be recorded, which mic we're using, and all that stuff as well to make sure that the level is international. But let's just drop the other part that might stand in the way. And let's focus on the result, which is we all want to get a great product, a great, cool song that we have fun with, and that we can share com Aruba e o mundo e fo, e com nampo file sai também through DJ. E me penso que de maioria caso that is the case. E this album is an interesting album, porque é promê, and it's not gonna stop. It's um program que me vai querer puxa também riba dia, porque me querer que tá parte de evasion para nos puxa para nos talento não tem oportunidade internacional, but you gotta do it at home. You know, you gotta be strong at home, so you're strong for the international market too.
100%.
Because, sorry, I'm gonna add to that. So, Bambisa, esa aqui também é mais mi parte, mi perspectiva, mi experiência. Vamos falar assim, não? Lo que eu mencionar para mim que tem roupa ainda também, I think you said creatively frustrated or like. So, a mim mesmo para mim que camp mesmo, I was feeling a bit like lost, Bambisa.
100%.
So, assim, tem roupa coisas não com uma unlock, of course, como assim, para mim tá sentindo um tiki lost, me tá vendo com direction of that thing ko na kuportato tong tiki out of my comfort zone, but that doesn't mean it's a bad thing, you know? It's a good thing. Kuputa style for comfort zone. Pero bambisa nita to sinti I don't know, like, ki direction, okay, mi kia, pero ki direction mi tagara? Or like, what am I gonna do?
Who do I have to be?
Exactly. So kasaki mi tamane actually like I can be, you know, Aruba tem mané, nossa papi de cultura com tem hopi coisa mi puto de mi mesma isla para mi build my own identity, quenta ni shall liberdade. Então se ayuda mi hopi clarity. Essa palavra que me tá tem, my hopi clarity. E lo que me tá visa de comfort zone, tá sobre a mim mesmo, não tá acostumado de tá com tanto gente, tô gravando,
Of course.
Me nota anto skibi de biaco tu gente, you know? Which, you know, me tá tem que okay, grava dilante me dias gente de me tá okay, yeah.
That's the good pressure.
Exactly. So that's the good pressure, exactly. Out of your comfort zone, but it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, that's where you grow. That's where you go.
Exactly.
If you comfort and you're not growing,
Exactly.
you're just comfort, and you know, you gotta push that a bit.
Também tá com baduna nosso espaço no sentido de que tem gente que vive mais com outro, é normal. I mean, não tem regra para sei. Dus Michael também okay, você se você quer take time, like bobo vai para fora, bobo começa a esquivar, while outro ainda grava fora ainda aqui, so é tal da hope cômodo, vamos falar assim.
That's how real writers camp.
Yeah.
I am so proud, so assina contento que y'all got the proper way of doing it. Like, this is how the experience is supposed to be of a writer's camp. It's supposed to be free. It is supposed to, so as independent artists struggle with the, okay, ita grabando bom, kwa mic kita supposed to usa, like, kita ba pasa, okay, komisa, okay, kita ba me play pa mi, kita ba start, it's a lot, and as a, I can just say it based off, like, as an entrepreneur. You don't have finances figured out. Like, I don't want to think about this. I'm a creative. I want to create. That's what I'm good at. I mean, no pudi mi hasi turekos na ay, sino, I'm gonna block out and domino kaya sinada.
Yeah.
And that's how it works creatively. Hawon, and I love the fact kuboso hanya is space a kuboso pura jis. Just step to the front, basically bare naked, and just be yourself.
Yeah.
See, basically that's what it is. Like, you just got to for the first time, you got to stand outside naked.
Yeah.
In the dirt, no shoes on, no nothing, sun bearing on your skin, and to just feel and just be, release.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I love that for y'all. I hope y'all don't stop. That's all I'm gonna say.
We won't.
Let
I
this
think
one
they
ride
won't. They
out.
won't.
Siguro, no?
And when is the next?
Yeah, well, it depends also kung it track by, no? So,
Yeah,
like, the
this
next
is it.
one
Let
is
this one-
ready.
let this one
But we
ride
have
out.
also, like, there is a lot of, like I said, we also had a lot of fun making the music, because that's the whole point. Why we make music is to have fun. There is club feel vibes coming. There is other influences that tinha cantiga com Sorain Mesa iniciar, com tinha um pouco influência cubano-ish, I mean, the way
Oh,
full
wow.
but so
Hey,
it's all these different vibes that are on the way. Meeting ko doon shout out tambe actually na Liam.
Liam Kelly?
Sì, pastora nan tambe a join um paribia inatra cantica durante il camp na papiamento com band. So
Active
that's
Mirror.
also interesting. See, active mirror na papiamento. Shout out pa Efrem, Toto Boroto, ku tambe tota tei, tambe ting su album, tambe to party di project ku doet make. I mean, combination differently. I think in next one no sta want feature, but they're ready to go. We're just Amita echt gewoon excited to share this. Like, I generally like a kid, like excited to share this music. Was that?
Okay,
like,
so
you know.
every album has an album release date, like an official album release date. So you can hold the next one as long as you want to. When is the album releasing? Like the complete
We will
project.
announce the date soon. Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Very soon.
We gonna be right here. Everybody listening. We gonna hold them accountable.
Yes,
it is
do.
6:38 p.m. And what day
Prepare
is
for
it?
the party, release party coming.
July
Don't worry.
13th.
All right.
Say less. Y'all heard it here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Is there anything else y'all want to add on before we close out? And also, y'all have to give your last words and make sure y'all plug yourselves. So say your socials so that people can follow. Per.
Okay.
Serene. I
Just
was
put me
the
on the
ladies
spotlight.
first. Right?
Sí, mis cara vez ko sa proyecto de tota algo sumamente nice. Anto I think it's very very needed, and me espera ko es na kuta escuchando anto kuta following along ta guste as much as we do, you know?
Yeah.
Because as I said before, basta yung deficit de cultura anto with bringing something new. I hope people ta mira lo cual nos está haciendo anto ta backing us up with that as well. So no solamente it's important for us to do what we need to do, pero tambe hinenang dinos community tinku pusha like for it to go dilante.
I agree.
Pero yeah, so you guys can follow me on Instagram, ko
Socials,
TikTok,
yeah.
at Sorain, and I also do my own things, amongst many things. I'll leave
Alright,
it
so
at
Rain
that.
is super talented. You guys
Sorain?
should go follow her.
Yeah, wait. How do you spell Sorain? Just so the people know.
Soraine.
Hey, so Mason tracks now super cool as well. So go follow her. Nichelle também tem.
Esta produção.
Ah, bom, Nichelle. That's it.
Let's
That's
edit
what I'm
that out.
saying.
And obviously today
That's
No,
girl
because
code.
I wanted to say thanks to everyone. Mane danke na tur gente, papel de mi colega na mes, pero mi papel de gente nan kuta support, e gente nan ko aduna no super bom comentário e ku eigenlijk sempre te. I mean, sempre você te, sempre você te support no matter what. Que man hope danke, enta persona nan ku no escuche ainda. Você vai escuchar Canto di Tera, seta mucho nombre para mi visa, pero pone Nichelle, Eli, Sorain, Michael, Watra, everyone. Katana, there's a bunch of people. Yeah, Tribu basically. Tem videoclip super bonita também. E me quero invitar você por follow me de mis socials, kuta Nichelle CRS. E TikTok tá com Nichelle. E danke pelo tempo, Shark.
Oh,
It went
baby.
amazing. Thank you so
No,
much.
always.
E coisa super importante. Hope danke, Michael.
Oh.
Para turcos. Esse tá hope
Danke,
importante. Danke, turcos.
Thank you. Então, para mim é echt um prazer, mano. Eu bisa enjoy it a lot. Para uno na banda de project, me estou sumamente contente com cada também tem support de funds for the podium kunsten para mes whatever they want to do,
Nice.
work with different producers. So it's very open in that sense. And to me mentor a process também e whatever they need, they know they can always contact me. Me ta purba di ajuda uno kupor. Me quero dar big shout out to Kiana, porque Kiana has styling kashaka pa e video via Floralina, kunos por baina, grabe ka baina, etc. Shout out pa Humphrey ku Zanilia ku tatay Farrell ku tatay pa gewoon ajuda no sinang. Met de lubidaan een paar nummer die is en kan help out também on set. E CD Aruba by the way também me quero dar shout out para support também e bom tour hene e vooral tour artiesten e na artiesten na e by the way também just remember que essa kita party project ku nota just full closed up I mean you know we try it's like you know we try to really have fun with this and to enjoy it e sempre da bisa like no bang valora nos artiesten just ora nang a make it pero bang valora nang panang make it
Bang
you know like that's the I think a great way pa ser ku e project e mi quero dizer bisa danke mas danke na XFM danke na Abu Shark por support e danke na tour e artiesten na kuta forma parte de project aqui e tour is na round de também so eta tu me hopi takes a lot of guts or bota artista like you know it really takes a lot of you to put yourself out there and to be fragile be open be emotional and deal with all the stuff and still try to survive have 2-3 jobs hope respect pa bo so den say e let's keep pushing nos tour junto e mi disigu nos po crea con un kuta very unique e valuable no solamente pa nos culture pero também pa add to nos community e phone também so bless up to all of you e thank you mas and to let's enjoy this project together.
Ladies and gentlemen, my babies, thank y'all for being here. Okay, y'all know what to do. Y'all know it. Wait, but not add both socials.
Yeah, fellow of Michael Lampe, riba Instagram, mitamane medyo riba TikTok tam. I try, you know, I try. Algo. So, no, there's pero riba Instagram, si original fellow of basta po ni Michael Lampe tam buta yegana je, pero follow Watra, follow Stephanie Gravenhorst, Katana, Mitalubidando, Avery, Sorin, Takina. So, anyhow, we're out there until let's get this ball rolling. Until, big vibes for everyone. Thank you, Biamas.
Perfecto. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap